So guys, welcome back to the channel. Right here I have the Vitech wireless Honeycomb keyboard. Now this is a $10 product from Five Below in case you're wondering. No, it is not Bluetooth, so rejoice, you don't have to worry about some weird key presses in order to get it to sync. All you have to do is plug in the 2.4 gigahertz dongle, place the battery in on the back of it, and you're good to go. Now for anyone wondering, this does have 83 keys. It does work with multiple systems. I'm going to read it off to you right now. Everything from Windows 7, 8, 10, 11, 2000, XP, ME, and Vista. So it does seem like it works perfectly fine with all devices that use Windows. For the people out there wondering about Mac, unfortunately, I don't have a Mac computer. So 9 times out of 10, it's probably going to work, though the functionality of the keys are going to be a little bit different. That's how it normally is with regular keyboards meant for PCs. Anyway, with that being said, I think that this isn't bad so far. My experience with it has been pretty good for the most part. But hey, you don't have to believe me. Let's just watch this review. I'm going to let you know a little bit about the functionality, like key presses and things like that, how it feels, whether there's some type of arm fatigue, and we're going to go from there. So anyway, timestamps in the description for anyone that want to skip to the part that you want to skip to. Let's get right into this video and not waste any time. Let's see what comes inside of the box here. What is going on? Jeez, like this thing is glued in. Ooh, this thing is fighting me. Oh, okay, I didn't tear the tape off on the sides. I did not do that. That's okay though. It's a lot of tape on this box as is. So as soon as you open this up, this is everything that you're going to see here. This is actually a really nice looking keyboard. I like the way the buttons look. This is actually cool. And they're very clicky. Now, obviously you can't spill any water or anything on this. You're going to damage the keyboard and you got to be, oh, does it come with anything else? Okay, nothing inside the box. All I have is the instructions right here, which apparently it comes in multiple colors. I actually did see these colors later on inside the store. I would have got another one, but I think the black finish looks pretty good, to be honest with you. Goes pretty well with my mouse. And it says how to use right here. Here's the instructions for anyone that is interested in that. But it's pretty simple. All you got to do is just, if the keyboard is unused for 2 seconds, it will enter sleep mode. Press any key to resume. Interesting. And if you plug in the 2.4 gigahertz dongle, it seems like it is going to automatically connect. So we'll try that in a little bit. But more importantly, let's just look at the keyboard. This is really nice looking. I like this. The design of the keys look really cool. To be honest, if I had a more professional keyboard, like higher end, I would definitely like how the keys are. These are easy to click. There doesn't seem to be any latches on the back right here to lift this up. So kind of keep that in mind. It's going to be pretty flat for the most part. But what I normally do is I add something here, like some form of kickstand to make it sit up higher like this, so it's easier to see rather than sitting flat. But anyhow, on the back you have your USB right here, the 2.4 gigahertz dongle. It actually fits in this slot right here in case you were wondering. All right. And then we also have it where it takes 2 AAA batteries back here. Now, I don't seem to see any type of on button. I noticed with a lot of these Five Below keyboards, when you plug it in and then plug it in, when you put the batteries in and then plug it in directly to a computer, it automatically picks up whatever you have it plugged up to. So for that part of the test, let me go find some batteries real fast, and we're going to do a keyboard just typing test to see how comfortable this thing actually is. But so far, it looks pretty cool. I like the finish. It does look a little cheap, if I'm being honest with you, but I still think that it's nice enough for anyone that wants a $10 fully wireless keyboard. So my experience for this keyboard for the most part was pretty good. The key clicks felt very satisfying. Granted, you know, if you're out there expecting to get a springy keyboard with actual spring keys, I don't think this really has it. This is a $10 product, so you do have to temper your expectations. But so far, when it came to just clicking on just random keys, numbers, typing things, I actually did a couple YouTube edits with this actual keyboard, and by no means am I a professional keyboard typer. I didn't really make any mistakes whatsoever. The keys are very, very comfortable. I think that they're spaced out enough where even with this design, when you place your finger on a key, it's very easy to determine what you're going to hit. I haven't had any double clicks because a lot of times with cheaper keyboards, the keys get stuck sometimes. You got to kind of tap it again in order to pop the key back in its original place. So far, so good. It's only been a couple days. Everything has been great with this keyboard. Now, when we click over here, and if you're looking at this video, you probably see the functionality aspects of it, the hotkeys. When you hit the function key, which is FN, and you just follow the sequence, whether it's previous track, pause or play, mute, minus, up or down. I have that probably somewhere in this video, in the little set corner of this video. All these keys work as is. I know with some previous keyboards with Five Below, it required a little bit more customization in order to get the functionality that you want, but what you see in the instructions is exactly what you get. Everything, in my opinion, works very, very well. In terms of battery life, I don't really know how long this will last. It really determines based on the batteries that you use, whether you're using Energizer or Duracell Ultras, or even the dollar store brand. I do think that the keyboard is going to last for quite some time, but you're going to want to make sure that you keep AAA batteries on deck, because I don't know exactly how long it lasts. But for the person out there that may think that this might give them a little bit carpal tunnel or some issues with the wrist itself, as long as you have some type of wrist, what do they call it? Wrist rest, I think that this will make things a lot easier for you. And this keyboard does sit pretty low to the ground, so again, I haven't had any issues when it came to keyboard clicks whatsoever. No real fatigue. Like if you're working in an office, I doubt that this is a keyboard that you're going to want to use as a replacement, because office work does require a full keyboard, especially a number pad, and have the proper sequence of buttons, because you may be using some type of software out there that requires a full keyboard. But for the average everyday person, I think it looks good. This is a nice looking keyboard. It feels good in the hand, and I think you guys are going to enjoy the performance that it will bring you every day on a regular basis. So to answer the question whether this keyboard is worth $10, I'm going to say yes, and I'm going to say no. So just hear me out. I'm going to explain. It's not going to take long at all. Now, I go to places like Micro Center. I order off of Amazon. I typically go to places where, you know, Best Buy, when there's sales, I'm always jumping on these sales immediately whenever I can. This isn't a bad keyboard for $10 if you find it in Five Below. I'm not going to sit here and act like it is, but understand that keyboards that are wireless are sold for $10, $20, $30. You can find a reasonable priced keyboard that's going to look better, feel better than this one, and probably last a whole lot longer. Now, if you're one of those people out there that you don't really order off of Amazon, or you don't order off of Best Buy, or you don't travel that much, you just need something to hold you over, or you just might want to use this as an everyday keyboard, and you're not looking for the most newest aesthetic out there and this is good enough for you, I think this keyboard is going to work very well for you. Like I talked about earlier in the video, if you hit the function button right here, and any of these corresponding keys is going to work the way that it's supposed to work. And you shouldn't have any issues with it whatsoever. You don't have to download any actual software. You don't have to worry about hitting function and control and any special sequence. You just hit function, you hit F1, rewinds the song, pause and play, next song, mute, volume up, volume down, home button, search, email if you have it set that way. It looks like this one is calculator. It's self-explanatory. And for the person that's not too sure about the keys, just go ahead and hit the function and press it, and you can figure out which keys are which, though the instructions do show you, and I have a little section in case you skip to this part where it shows you the actual functionality of what each key press does on the screen. So with that being said, I don't think it's bad for the asking price, but if you start shopping around and going on Amazon and really looking for reasonably priced keyboards, you probably can find something better than this. But if you happen to be in the Five Below, you look at it, like I said before, it comes in multiple colors. Oh, I probably didn't say that, but it comes in multiple colors right here. If you find it at Five Below, it is not a bad keyboard. And keep in mind that it's not Bluetooth. There's nothing that you can do to make it Bluetooth. It is strictly 2.4 gigahertz. That is it. So for a person out here trying to use this for, let's say, an Android tablet or something, you are going to have to take this dongle, right? You're going to have to plug this into a converter that turns something into USB-C so you can plug it into like a tablet, and they typically work. I didn't try it this video, but normally that does work for tablet people. But to be honest, if you're going to go that far, you're just better off getting a Bluetooth keyboard as is, strictly for your tablet. And guess what? They sell them at Five Below too for also $10, so keep that in mind. Anyway, like and subscribe like always. Hopefully this review helped you. I don't know if there are other people online reviewing products of this nature, but if you happen to find one, check out their review, look at mine. We may say different things, but hopefully that gives you the common ground or enough knowledge to pick up what it is that you want so you won't waste your money. Also, hold on to your receipt because you can return this stuff if you have a problem. Five Below is notorious for getting defective products. It's not necessarily their fault. It's more so the manufacturers that they deal with sell cheap stuff. So keep that in mind and please temper your expectations. Anyway, like and subscribe like always, guys. I will see you in the next video. Till then, take care. Peace.